Good morning, WeBe family.
Great morning, WeBe family.
I'm Brittany.
I'm Bree.
Today we're going to do something a little different. We are going to ask Bree some questions and see her answer.
Okay, can we do the serenity prayer first?
We sure can.
Can I get a moment of silence for the sick and the suffering, those that do not know that they are addicts, those that have picked up for the first time, also the families of addicts. God,
God,
grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change,
the courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference just for today.
Okay, now we can get this rolling here.
All right. So the first question is, if you had the permission to express any emotions at any level of intensity, then what would it look like?
Okay, mine will be grief. And that would look like tables thrown, flipped over, lamps broken, plates broken, food on the walls, stains of spaghetti sauce on the couch. And it will be grief because I am grieving over the loss of my son. And sometimes I do grieve over the loss of my addiction. It's a journey, guys.
On a lighter note, what brings you joy?
What brings me joy? What brings me joy is being of service to others. When people come to my peers or even facilitators come up to me and they need advice, that means they trust what I have to say. And that brings me true joy, being of service to others. So yeah, also it brings me joy to have been blessed to be here sober today. That's a great joy. I am elated to be here in my recovery and I'm able, my hands work, my legs work, I can see, to be able to help people and to be able to go forward and get to my potential and my family. It brings me great joy.
Okay. And the next question is, what memory or emotion are you dwelling on?
Sadness. And there's two, sadness and grief. My son passing, I cope all day, every day. Even when I'm smiling, I am hurting. Some nights I can't sleep. I'm crying myself for hours. I'm crying profusely, and it hurts because I can't see my son grow. I won't see him graduate. He won't be at his sister's graduation in June, and it hurts a great deal. I'm kind of angry. Well, I am angry that they took my child's life, and my son was a great kid. No, he was not perfect. So I deal with that. I cope with that. I have to find ways to cope every day, and sometimes I have to go to my therapist and talk about it because it hurts so bad, and I feel empty without him.
Okay. And this is on a little side note. It says, identify a positive emotion that will motivate you to change or accept your situation. Can you come up with a positive emotion?
I will say grateful. I'm very grateful. When I wake up in the morning and I feel like it's not going to be a good day, I make it my point to make it a great day. So I tell myself that I am worthy of achieving many things, that I am a child of the Most High, and I can do anything through Him. So I'm very joyful and grateful that I'm on a path of righteousness. I'm on a path of becoming the person that I want to have in my life, being honest, being loving, caring, everything that Brianna Johnson is about. I am her today. I'm not that same immature little kid who couldn't express her emotions, who couldn't express the way she feels, who couldn't conversate on an adult level. So I am very grateful for that. I'm grateful for many other things, but that brings me the most joy to be here today sober, telling my story, and people inboxing, having questions. So I'm grateful for that.
Okay.
So what about you? Back to you. Same questions.
Yeah.
Or you want another question?
No, we can do the same ones.
If you have permission to express any emotion at any level of intensity, then what would it look like?
If I was to express any emotion right now, I think it would just be like some peace and serenity. Because I got a lot of things shifting in my life right now, which is causing a lot of stress. I couldn't sleep last night. So if I could express any of them, it'd be some peace and serenity. And what it would look like is just like a lake and a calm weather, like spring breeze, hearing some birds humming. Yeah, grass blowing in the wind.
But you do know that you are a child of the Most High, and God's not of complicating things. He's not of negativity. So know that this journey is part of your process,
Yeah,
right?
preparing me.
And you got this. If
Yeah.
He brings you to it, He'll definitely bring you through it. So just know that going forward on your journey. And I'm proud of you. You
Yeah.
came a long way.
Thank
We
you.
came a long way.
Yeah.
So, what memory or emotion are you dwelling on?
Um, I would think losing everything again. How well I was doing. I was working, having my apartment, my kids, my car, money in the bank, and to know that anything I put before my recovery, I was standing to lose, and I lost sight of that, and I ended up losing everything. So it's, even though I know I'm gonna get, I'm gonna get it back, if not bigger and better. It's
Mm-hmm.
still just kind of like, you know,
So I want to say this to you.
I wish I knew better or was doing
Good
better.
things take time, and nothing that happened in your life was a mistake, right? Your story is not a mistake. It's part of who you are. But also know that your story is not over. And you control how your story ends. So I would say when you think something negative, have three positive thoughts to back that up, and that can definitely be one of them because you are in a great place to win. And when you do right in life, great things happen. I know
Mm-hmm.
that for sure. So I would say look forward to it. And you can't get through these battles, these obstacles, these barriers. You can get over. You are strong. We are built for this, and we are an image of God's creations, and
Mm-hmm.
we are God's greatest. So definitely know that you will get through it. Most
Thank you.
definitely. Um, Purpose leads to persistent. Use this card when you feel unmotivated, sluggish, or lost. What brings you joy?
Well, first off, my children, even though they can stress me out or just like they bring me joy. We've been playing Roblox blocks lately, and I'm like thrilled to like find some time to jump back on and play the game with my kids, because it's just
Absolutely.
it's a sense of connection that I'm having with them, and we're buying houses, and my daughter's cooking on the grill and stuff like that in the game, and it's just nice to just make that memory with them.
All
Um,
right.
the other thing that's bringing me joy is knowing that I'm acknowledging when I'm getting in my own way or getting self doubt
You're aware
and
of it.
almost want to throw in the towel and turn away and run. And I'm not doing that. I'm going to fight through it.
So one last question, and I really want to know this.
Yes.
How can you work? How can your work help others to feel this way? I thought that was a good question for you because you are very supportive.
Uh, how can this work? Like, to help others feel this way?
Can I say it while you thinking? Do you mind if I say give a little bit of example?
Yeah,
So
yeah, because
guys,
I'm going to need it.
it's days that I can't get over my son's passing. I'm really hurt. I'm crying at work, and one day I was in the bathroom bawling, crying, just eyes red, puffy, face red, and I remember someone called her out of work to come console me, and it was the most best. It was the best feeling ever to have someone share that with me. Took the time out to care. So that to me, I think you're very, very supportive because you didn't have to stop what you were doing to come put a smile on my face, and you did that. You allowed me to cry. You allowed me to express the emotion I was feeling, and you also were there to comfort me and give me words of encouragement. And for that, I am very grateful for.
I think just being open and honest, being real with my situation and not trying to sugarcoat anything, because we are more alike than we are different. And always relate instead of compare. And if I just express that, I think people will see how I'm able to feel this joy,
Absolutely.
and they can feel it too.
Well, that's all we have for today, WeBe family. We're on time. We have to get to work, but know that we encourage you guys to be there for one another. As always, we love you and have a wonderful day on purpose.
All right.
Love
Appreciate you
you.
guys. Peace and love.